Hi, Gloria Grace Rand here with another one of our member spotlight interviews for my lovely Ignite Circle members. And today I am so happy to have a good friend of mine, Melanie Campbell. And Melanie, welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live and what's your business all about? How do you help people?
Hi, everyone. My business, I'm going to start there because the other's kind of boring. I actually have two businesses. I am a virtual admin, so I love helping on the back end and making other people thrive in their business. And then I also help nonprofits with fundraising, grant writing, doing fundraising planning, so that way they're not just looking at one revenue stream. As far as where I live, I am a fourth generation Floridian, so I'm kind of the odd duck in the circle, I guess.
Yes.
Been in Orlando all my life.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit more about how this admin stuff, especially, like, how do you help people? Because I know, in fact, I think somebody this week had posted in the group wondering, like, how do you use a VA? So what types of things do you do for people?
I do pretty much, I have one client that I read his email, and because he has another job and then he has a business, so I read his email every day and I tell him things that have come in. I help with Excel, PowerPoint, scheduling. I return calls and take care of clients for you whenever you're out on the road. I have another client who travels a lot. My best advice for using a VA is to write out all the things you're doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And then what is it you don't like to do? Or what is it that you, best way to put this, that's bogging you down? That, it's something you have to learn. I know MailChimp, Constant Contact, Robly, which is Constant Contact's sister that they don't admit, Infusionsoft. Then on the project management side, I have learned Basecamp, Trello, Asana. It just is what you need. I learn, and I adapt to you, because you shouldn't, as an entrepreneur, that's a trap that we all fall in, is that we want to do it all ourselves because we can only do it the best way. However, whenever it takes you 2 hours to do something that would only take me a half hour to do, that's an hour and a half you could have been with clients.
Yeah, that's true.
So the things that you hate to do or you don't want to learn how to do, like, I don't do social media. I'm upfront about that. So I have a colleague that I actually refer clients to who want to do social media, who want, the group management or the Facebook posts or the Instagram posts or Pinterest. I don't do that kind of stuff. So I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and that's the best thing that I can tell an entrepreneur is learn your strengths and weaknesses and let go. You'll make more money.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because that is the thing. It's like, we're all solopreneurs in here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we really can or should be handling everything.
The should part is the hardest part. And I know that it's hard letting go. But when you do, your business, all of a sudden, everything starts falling into place how you dreamed it would be.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit more about, let's get to know you a little bit more, since we know a little bit more about what you do. If you could describe, one thing, what's your, one superpower that you have, what would that be?
Superpower. I can look at the big picture and then do the task list down. Having been in the nonprofit arena, with grants, you have to be able to look at what they want for the RFP or the request for proposal, and then break it all down to have a task list, to do a timeline. And that's something that I've been able to bring over into the VA business of, okay, with funnels, this is how you want it to work through your process, or with events. So you want to do a webinar or you want to do a telesummit. I'm able to break it down so that you're not eating a whole elephant.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let me see. Oh, I know what else I wanted to ask you about was, do you have any, I don't know, what's your favorite like hobby, or do you have like a passion project or thing that you like to work on?
My hobby is scrapbooking and card making. I have got to have a creative outlet because
Yeah.
if I'm working on people's businesses, sometimes I forget that there's a life out there. As an entrepreneur, I'm sure nobody else understands working till 8 or 9 o'clock at night and forgetting to eat. But I got into scrapbooking probably 10 plus years ago and
Wow.
have loved it. So I'm prepared for whenever I go to the old folks' home of having pretty little books that I can read.
That's cool. Well, so what do you scrapbook on? What kind of stuff do you do?
Whenever we go on trips, and then I have a holiday book. So every Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's just me and my mom. That's my family. So I want to be able to remember the moments because it's amazing how quickly we're already in November. How'd that happen?
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Thanksgiving is like 2 weeks away. It's like, what?
Yeah. 2 weeks as of yesterday, in fact.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. I'm already going to have to start shopping this weekend.
I started on my list yesterday.
Yeah.
Of what I'm going to be making.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's really neat. So do you have, well, I guess you kind of already said this, but I mean, do you have like any other tips for solopreneurs who are, maybe they can't quite, or maybe just to help them start getting ready to the prospect of where they might be able to hire a VA? What would you have them do or start?
I would definitely have them do the daily, weekly, monthly. I call it brain dumping. So you write down what you're doing on a daily day. That made no sense. Daily. And then off to the side, have another list of things that, pop in your head. Oh, I should email this person. Oh, I meant to buy that. Oh, I want to try this. And then that way you can go back and look and see, why did I write down I want to do a webinar? I don't even know how to do a webinar. And or, that email after that networking event took me 45 minutes. It would take you less than 5 to scan in the business cards to your VA. And then they can send out an email that you have set up in your funnel. And you'd be surprised at how much you can afford a VA. You don't need to hire somebody 40 hours a week. You work at home or in Starbucks. And you don't work 40 hours a week either for your clients. So if you look at how much you're making an hour and then look at how much you're wasting your time on something, then that's the hours you could have been paying a VA.
That's awesome.
And most VAs have packages between 4 and 20 hours a month. And we can listen to you and hear your pain points and figure out about how much time you would really need from us.
That's good. Yes, I know. And I know this is on my on my things to do as well. So, but I like the idea though, actually, that you mentioned about really even those things that pop into your head of like, oh crap, I got to do that. Because that happens to me a lot. So I'm going to start working on that and making a list. I'm going to put it here or on my, probably next to me, and then also on the computer. So I have like 2 places where I can like start, making sure that I'm jotting stuff down. Because
it's amazing. I mean, the silly things, like I'm really bad about, oh, I used the last of the salad dressing. I should put that on the grocery list. And I was like, oh, I'll just remember it. And then it's like, no, you won't remember it.
I
So
know.
why do you think you're going to remember an idea you had that could actually be revenue generating?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know. I'm like constantly now like putting things in my notes on my phone because it's like, okay, I got to put this down because I will forget it if I don't get it out of my brain right away and get it on.
But then you need to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Are you going back to look at it?
Most of the time.
Because like on Friday afternoons, I have a weekly review and then
prep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very good. This is good lessons. I appreciate it. So awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule and chatting with us today. And anybody else in the group, this is your opportunity. So if you want to connect with Melanie, this is how now you know something more about her, and you can do so. And if you want to also take advantage of this, and just let me know, and we'll schedule an interview for you too next time. So until then, thanks again, Melanie. I will see you later in the group or around town, I know, as well. And I'll see the rest of you later on. So take care.